Good morning, folks. Today we've got 3 stories about our star, including solar storm effects and a prediction of the next cycle. We are starting, as always, over at spaceweathernews.com. Taking a look at the last 24 hours on our star, you do see some activity top left, the northeastern incoming limb, but other than that, it is all quiet. We're staring at coronal holes. News of the Earth facing quiet has spread around the sun to the point where filaments are terrified to even face our planet. They are diving back and hiding in the photosphere. Those coronal holes have been facing us for a few days and will continue to face us for a few more. Solar winds spewing from them, all expected to impact Earth. Taking a look at the solar wind and finding where we were yesterday in the news allows you to see that intensification indeed took place. Geomagnetic unrest and the storms did indeed continue for much of the day. During the peak of the storms, we had yet another example of a major airport having trouble. An underground electrical fire, a very intense one, took out power to the airport and completely shut down not only outgoing flights, but even incoming flights and international flights were rerouted to other airports. We only see this during the geomagnetic storms. Up next, it's the launch of a SpaceX Falcon taking the latest total solar irradiance instrument up to the ISS. The short version of the story, they are trying to do a better job figuring out the difference between natural and man-made climate change, starting to question whether or not they've had all that data correct before. Lastly, on the news front here, we have yet another prediction of the upcoming solar cycle. These scientists have used a slightly different method than the dozen or so we've seen before, but alas, they come to relatively the same conclusion. The sun is heading downward. The next cycle should almost certainly be weaker, if not much weaker, than this one. We've got your wind maps and shots of our star to close. We greatly appreciate your support, and coming up here in the ending sequences will be a number of ways for you to get involved. We'll do this all again tomorrow, right here, but right now at 7:35 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.